guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sophia and I'm going to make some really epic sausage rolls for you today. I would almost argue they're the ultimate sausage roll because they actually include absolutely everything that you can think of. So let's get right to it, let's get started and I'll show you how to make them. For my sausage rolls, I'm going to start with chopping up my herbs. I've got some sage and I've got some parsley. Sage goes extremely well in sausage rolls and you just chop them up very quickly. That's all it is. We just want to make sure they're nicely small so that we can later on incorporate them. And we're just going to pop them into a separate bowl. Oh, it smells beautiful already. You could leave those whole and actually decorate them on top of your actual sausage log, but I quite like it when they are incorporated. They really taste incredible together with the pork mince and with the apple. And then we're going to pop in our apples already. I've got myself a jazz apple here. Just make sure it's a nice firm apple, not such a flowery apple. And you just pop that in and we're going to chop that up as well. It's so fast to make sausage rolls at home. I mean, if you've got your time limit going on, preheat the oven right now to 200 degrees at 220 if you have normal oven, 200 degrees fan forced. Preheat it now, get your meat going, and then by the time the oven is finished, you can already put your sausage rolls in. It is such a fast starter to make, or just as a snack, or, I mean, you know, if you just like sausage rolls, just make it. I'm gonna pop it in, chop it up. Again, really fast. Check what size they are. That's looking about right to me, actually. I don't want them to be too fine. If they're too fine, it doesn't taste right. So, just a bit like coarsely grated apple pieces. I'm just going to put them back into the bowl. And then I'm literally going to take the bowl as it is. I'm not going to bother with cleaning the bowl. I'm just going to put my next ingredients straight in because I'm all about the flavor. I'm all about the time saving. We're going to put in an onion. I've halved the onion and 1 garlic clove. In my recipe I've got 2 garlic cloves, but look at these massive garlic cloves. So I'm going to put in 1 rather than 2 because that will be my next 2 days gone otherwise. Then we're going to chop these up as well, very quickly. Very fast. I mean, this is all so fast. You can't do anything faster than this. We're going to take our spatula. We're going to scrape this down a little bit just to make sure it is not hanging anywhere. Add in our olive oil. You can use olive oil or sunflower, whichever you want. Add that right in. Wow, these onions are strong, guys. My God, they're making me cry. And then pop it on. We are going to fry this for a few minutes. You can now either go up to 120 degrees if you have a TM5 or TM6, or you can leave it at TM31 and you can leave it at a low temperature, the highest you can go. Take that measuring cup off because you want this to steam out. You don't want those onions and garlic to get really soggy. You want them to caramelize and release all the aromas that you can get. So let's turn it on, let's fry it, and then I'll show you the rest. Once I've actually fried my onions, they're cooling down now, it's completely cold. That's what you need to look out for. They should not be warm onions still because actually that's going to cook your pork mince and you don't want that. So you add in your pork mince. I've got good quality, 20% fat pork mince from free range pork, free range pigs. And then you're going to add in what you've chopped up before, so your apples, your sage, your parsley. Make sure you get all of that in there. We're going to have some spices and herbs. I've got some salt, I've got some fennel, I've got some chilli, really lovely little flavors. Oregano, it goes really well. I've got some crumbled up feta. This is my super Sophia edition, actually. This is something I really, really fancy. It tastes absolutely incredible when you have some cheese in your sausage rolls, and the feta goes really, really well with the pork and also with the apple. And I'm also going to finish it off with a bit of mustard. If you have English mustard at home, use that. I haven't today, so I'm going to just use Dijon mustard, a good teaspoonful. You could also add in some beetroot cubes. Make sure you chop that up right at the beginning, raw beetroot. That cooks really well with the sausage roll as well. And then we're just going to pop this on and we're going to mix it up on speed 5 to 6, depending on how fast and well it incorporates. So let's have a quick look. And you go for about 10 seconds. That should be plenty of time. It should be nicely incorporated. There should still be bits of everything left over, and that is what you want your sausage roll mixture to look like. It is perfect. That is what we want, and now we can go ahead and fill our sausage rolls. I've prepared myself a station here, so I've got my pork filling ready to go. I've got some egg that I've mixed together with some milk. I've got a bit of black sesame seeds. You can also use normal sesame seeds or leave them out altogether. And I've got my puff pastry sheets. Now if you want to make puff pastry at home, I have a really cool video for rough puff pastry, so go ahead and find that one on my YouTube channel. It's really nice. It's quite cool to make if you have the time. If not, don't worry about it, don't stress it. We can go with this one. Just place half of your mixture onto one puff pastry sheet. That's about half, I'd say. About that. And then we're just gonna make a long log, okay? So literally like that. You just wanna make sure you have a really nice long log of sausage. Might add a tiny bit more actually, just a little bit. On either end. You wanna go all the way to the end as you are placing it. Make sure it's all the same size as well, so you don't end up with a massive sausage roll and a tiny one as well. Like that. That's all you need to do. Now we're going to take a brush and just brush the side that we're not filling. And then essentially what we're going to do is we're going to just fold this over like that. Close it off nicely. Make sure it's nice and tight. Like that. And then we're going to take ourselves a fork. Now you could literally bake this as it is, as a whole log. I'm going to make one whole log, and I'm also going to cut some up because this is really, really tasty when it's a whole log. You could cut a little bit away if you wanted to, just to make it neat, but we're going to take a fork now and I'll show you how to make a little pattern. So I'm just going to cut the tiniest edge off to neaten it, and also this helps to completely seal in the pastry. It'll go really lovely in the oven. It will just taste so nice when it comes out. My goodness, am I excited. So, fork. Just take a fork and you make a little pattern like that. You just sort of want to make sure it's sealed. You also want to make sure you have a nice little edge that's totally amazing looking, and then you can serve some really beautiful sausage rolls. Now we could leave that, or I'm going to cut it into sausage rolls about that size. Just take a normal knife, cut it off. You could also make them smaller. They will sort of fall to the sides a little bit if you make them sort of that shape or that shape. Not a problem at all. I'm going to leave mine big though today because we have big eaters in the house, and so that's perfect. There you go. And all you need to do now is pop them onto a prepared tray. I've got myself a tray here. I've lined it with a silicone baking mat. You can also use normal greaseproof paper or reusable greaseproof paper, totally up to you. Place the sausage rolls on there. They should just about fit, all of them. And then we can finish them off with a little bit of egg wash, just so that we can get a lovely golden shine to them. Just brush it over. Last step before they go in the oven, I'm just going to take a bit of black sesame seeds and sprinkle it over like that, so that we can bake them nice and they look really beautiful. You could also do black and white sesame seeds, or just white sesame seeds, or nothing at all, totally up to you. I really like a bit of colour and I think it goes really well with the sausage roll. As they are, we can now bake them in the oven 20-25 minutes. Some of that pork juice will render and you will see a little bit of juice appearing at the beginning. That doesn't matter, it will cook away, it will caramelize, and it will really give a really nice crispy crust to the bottom side of your sausage roll. I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Guys, my sausage rolls are done and they look absolutely stunning. Look at these, they've just come out of the oven, they're sizzling hot. They smell incredible. You can smell the feta cheese, you can smell the sage, the parsley. Oh my god, so many amazing flavors. You have to make this at home. They are so simple to make. You can see they turn out just perfect. They're super easy, fast, only a few ingredients required, and it's just perfect for snacking, dinner time, lunchtime, whatever you guys fancy. You can freeze this as they are. You can also freeze them when they're uncooked to make another day, whichever you guys prefer. And if you want to make them, follow that recipe and subscribe to my channel for more amazing, delicious, mouth-watering recipes like that. Ring that little bell and you'll be the first to hear. Thanks guys!